Well, howdy, y'all, and thanks for joining me on today's episode of Good News with Trixie. I'm your hostess, Trixie. Today, we're going to explore some fun stories that will hopefully encourage your heart, strengthen your faith, and give you some gump back into your gumption. So take a seat and let's order up a dish of happiness with a dash of encouragement and sprinkled with some perspective. I heard a great story of a young lady that wasn't born into the greatest of circumstances. She was born into poverty to a family that was entrenched in physical and sexual abuse. Born to a young mom who was scared and confused. When she came into this world, on the surface, it looked like she was at an all-time disadvantage. In fact, when she was a kid, her mom told her that she wished she never had had her. Later in life, her mom said, "You're just like me, a loser, and will amount to nothing." Talk about breaking someone's heart and cursing their future. How easy it would have been for this young lady to retaliate in anger. But she chose a different path. She chose to become someone other than her mother. How did she do this when everything in the natural world seemed to be against her? Well, she started by studying the people that she wanted to be. She read up on people who had been born into poverty, had gone from rags to riches, and how they made a life for themselves. Most importantly, she studied how to think better, how to speak better in order to become better. Now, all of this didn't happen overnight. This took some time and effort. It took grit, y'all, to break out of the mold that she was born into. This young lady would tell you herself, "It wasn't easy, but it was necessary for me to change myself so I wouldn't be swallowed by the monster of negativity and abuse that consumed my family." Today, she's in her early 30s, married, with a beautiful little girl, and realizing her dream to open a school for underprivileged children. Now that's good news, people, and I hope her story inspires you like it did me. Because no matter where you came from, or who you were born to, or the circumstances that you were born into, you can change anything and everything. If you want to change your circumstances, you can change it. If you want to change yourself, you can change it. But just like this young lady needed to see real change, she had to put time and effort into the change that she wanted to see. And you will have to do the same. No one is coming to save you, and no one can do this for you. You have to change your mindset. You have to take the first, second, third, and, millionth step. Here's the truth about life. Only you can create the change that you want to see. There is no knight riding in on a white horse to sweep you off your feet, and there sure ain't no fairy godmother with a magic wand that's gonna swoosh it all away and give you the fairy tale that you want. So, if you want to see change in your world, you have to change you first. But how do we start this new journey? And how do we go from where we are to where we want to be? Sorry about that, just a quick PSA moment. If you are enjoying this content, would you mind liking this video? Maybe even share it with your friends and family. And if you would like to be notified about more content, please hit that subscribe button. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified every time we put a new video out. Okay, back to our story. Here are 3 key things I have done to help myself on my own journey. Key number 1 is to replace the negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Start by ingesting positive things. Start reading positive books. We are bombarded in our society with negative everything each and every day. Subconsciously, we ingest so much negativity that we need to replace that consciously with positive information. Think of it this way. If you have a glass of dirty water, the best way to replace the dirty water is by filling the glass with clean water, and keep filling it until the dirty water is out and all you are left with is clean water. Well, it's the same thing with our brains and our thoughts. A while back, I read a study about positive thinking that it takes 17 positive thoughts to replace one negative thought. That's a lot of thinking positive thoughts, but it's necessary if you want positive change. Key number 2 is let those positive thoughts change your words. Your words are so powerful. I don't think most people know how powerful their words really are. Have you ever heard about the rice experiment? A man took 3 jars of rice and labeled each jar. The first jar was posted with positive words, the second with negative words, and the last he just ignored. He spoke the words assigned to each jar for 30 days, and after 30 days, the jar that was spoken positive words had a sweet aroma. The jar that was spoken negative words was moldy and had a bad aroma, and the one that was ignored just withered away. It's a simple experiment, but powerful. Or as my grandma put it, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That advice doesn't just apply to how we speak to others, but ourselves too. Start speaking well about yourself to yourself today. And number 3, I'm going to challenge you to have a grateful heart and attitude. Be grateful for who you are, where you are, and who you have now while you're on this journey of change. Now, if you're asking yourself, why would Miss Trixie tell me to do that? Well, I'll tell you. Because when you are grateful for the now, you make room for the later. Or, as I heard a pastor once say, praise and be raised, or complain and remain. Every morning, I take 10 minutes and just write 5 things that I'm grateful for. Like, I thank God for another day of living. And then I just list out a minimum of 5 things I'm grateful for. If you implement this game plan for 30 days, I'd be willing to bet that you experience some amazing results. If you have some good news or an encouraging story or a funny story that you took a life lesson away with that you would like me to share with other people, please email me. You can use the link below. We love good news around these parts, so if you got them, let's share them. Also, if you could relate to this story, please feel free to comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Bye for now, and remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.